everybody, before you watch the video, make sure you follow the page, like the video. Hope you enjoy. I have another question that I never really thought about this because I don't think I've ever considered this ever, for me anyway, but is there any, I know jiu-jitsu is difficult and there's been a lot of people that have left throughout the years of being a coach here and all these things like that. Has it ever crossed your mind, or have you ever thought about stopping jiu-jitsu at all ever? Or are there some particular areas of jiu-jitsu that become really difficult, that are frustrating?
Not really. I think because my approach has always just been steady.
Yeah.
Because I'm not my aim isn't to be a competitor or the best at the sport or anything like that. I've never been really great at any sport really.
Yeah.
So I've always been comfortable at just being kind of average and slowly progressing through it. I haven't had this addiction to it.
Or pressure as well. That can put a lot of pressure on you to perform at a certain level. I think a lot of people stop because of it.
That's it. And I never went 4 times a week for a month or whatever and burned out or anything like that. It's always been sort of consistent 2 or 3 times a week for the last 5 years and stuff. So, no, I don't think I've never had that feeling of wanting to stop.
That seems to be a better approach and pathway for sure.
It's very interesting, Kelly. That's a very interesting thing. Because a lot of people, they started and they want to get better in 2 weeks and they want to come 14 days in a row, you know what I mean?
And that's
they
the
burn
funny
themselves.
thing that she's saying too, the people that have mentioned oh, it's hard, no one to quit, they have put a lot of pressure on themselves and they do the exact opposite in exactly what you're explaining. They're writing emails, 4-page emails about how they're going to be a world champion.
Yeah, they want to be a world champion in 3 weeks.
This has changed my life, it's been a month or whatever, which is great, but there's the realistic side of it too, where, all right, it's changed your life in a month.
I've been doing it for 30 days, that changed my life. Now I've been doing it for 40 days and changed completely my life again.
Try doing it for 5 years, So,
how many transformations can you have? And still be gratified,
You keep raving about, you lose all your friends, after 5 years.
At some point the obsession fizzles out, so you kind of just gotta keep a level head about it, I think.
Yeah, I agree, but I think the problem with the obsession for them though is it's the emotional kind of excitement.
I think they have an addictive personality generally, if they're like that.
Maybe.
If it's not jiu-jitsu, it might be something else.
It's very true.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And maybe
very true.
Maybe like you're saying, once the initial excitement's gone, that's when they do stop doing jiu-jitsu and go to something else or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it can help. I think jiu-jitsu can help to change the stuff too, though, if they fall into a groove.
Yeah.
Because either you're going to get injured, you're going to get too frustrated. There's been a bunch of people that have left here because they haven't got the belt they wanted in the time they wanted.
Oh, really? I've always wondered what's the general consensus for people stopping, at any level, or is it different reasons at different levels?
So some people that there's different reasons, obviously, but there's some people that they get hurt because they try to force so much and they go too hard, they burn themselves. And every injury, what actually tries to show you and can help you is actually to change a little bit of game, you know what I mean? To bring things a bit more in perspective. If you use an injury, you can actually get better in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You have to develop other areas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, because you're going to get injured in your office, you're going to get, my neck is sore. You can get injured doing anything.
Yeah.
But people don't take the time to kind of learn, you know what I mean? And change their approaches, The mindset is one of the most important things for every human being. Do you know what I mean?
I think too, sometimes people are almost looking for an excuse to stop.
Yeah.
So when they get injured, it's this is great. I now have a reason.
Now it's perfect. Yeah. And you have people that they get injured and come back after many years and I wish I never stopped. You have all the cases.
I still think there's commonality to it though. Like you were kind of saying before, I think people that achieve the rank of purple belt are generally going to do it more long term. Whether they get injured or whatever, they come back. I think a lot of people that quit within white to blue belt, they don't return. I think much smaller portion of people return if they quit at that age range. Not age range, that like belt rank.
Yeah.
And I think you see a lot of stuff to do with age as well though. Like a lot of the people that are kind of like excited and their life's not stable yet. They haven't like found a career.
We talk about this, yeah.
All this
Yeah.
stuff.
They're a bit younger, you know. What's the trend right now? Oh,
Yeah, well, they're still figuring out what they want to do, I suppose.
yeah, but whatever is new, whatever is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
popping up everywhere on social media that you
Yeah.
know that everyone's doing now.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
And jiu-jitsu is that, but the problem is jiu-jitsu is hard too, and that's something that they don't talk about on a lot of the
it's
stuff.
true.
Like jiu-jitsu is difficult to actually get good at, and it's like anything really. Like if you truly want to get good at stuff, it's going to take time, it's going to take effort. You're going to have to be determined and persevere through, you know, hardships and blah blah blah. And a lot of people don't want to deal with that because what they want is the back end of what everyone talks about. It's like jiu-jitsu is so amazing, my personal growth,
Changed
all
my
these
life.
benefits. But those benefits don't happen in that three week period. Those benefits happen
Yeah.
over long term of doing anything.
Yeah.
So, like exactly the same thing. When it doesn't happen or they lose that initial excitement, this is the same to do with relationships, business,
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu, career. Oh, I want to be an architect, and then they become an architect, and they're not designing these fancy houses. They're designing like,
A toilet.
a toilet or.
That's what they do.
You know what I mean? Or just like, you know, generic homes that are all the same. The build's all the same. You're doing all this and that, whatever. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's not the glamour that they want. Or if they're, a physiotherapist that want to work with athletes and doing this stuff, but they get
Yeah.
a job in a hospital helping old people that have had a hip replacement. Like,
Yeah.
the realities of what people, like, compared to their idea or their fantasy are so far removed that people have a really hard time actually persevering and going through the things that are actually existing in the world. I want to work with, you know, the Broncos. Man, you just graduated as a physiotherapist. Why are you going to work with the
Yeah.
Broncos?
Yeah.
There's only one job or two jobs with the Broncos, and there's 10,000 people trying to get that job. Why are you going to get that?
Yeah.
I find people are extremely deluded based off of all this stuff. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe, like, and again, go and check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, like all our platforms. Give us a follow at bjj.101 on Instagram, and go and check out bjj101.com.au to access the full video library.